Welcome, everyone, to the latest edition of the Marianapolis Athletic Department Alumni Interview Series. My name is Andrew Vitale, and I'm the Director of Athletics at Marianapolis. And today, I'm here with Marianapolis Class of 2014, former University of Binghamton basketball player, and now professional basketball player, Bobby Ahearn. Bobby, thanks for taking the time to meet with me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
All right, let's get to it. Bobby, you are a class of 2018 graduate of Binghamton University. Tell us about your time there and some of your favorite memories outside of the basketball team.
Yeah, going to Binghamton University, upstate New York, college, being able to have friendships with students and teachers from around the world, coming from different backgrounds, is an awesome experience. Me personally, living with three other guys throughout the entirety of my career at Binghamton for 4 years. Four guys are staying together, playing on the same team, going to the same classes, study hall, together probably 18 out of 24 hours a day. So we became really good friends, along with all my other teammates and students throughout my classwork there. And I'd say one of the best personal experiences I had at Binghamton was joining the Johnson City Mentorship Program. So being able to join a club that kind of gave back to a community that supported me through my 4 years was pretty rewarding. Being able to help middle school students, struggling middle school students, set goals, reach their goals, and move on to high school. So that was personally rewarding to me. Then just being able to travel with a lot of the guys on the team and a lot of the students that I met there, whether it was visiting an old NPS classmate in Mexico, Andres in Cancun, Shiki Shi went to Binghamton. I invited him to our basketball formal. We went out a couple times and hung out on campus. So that was a really cool experience. So I wasn't particularly that close with him there, but at Marianapolis, but kind of grew into a good friendship at Binghamton.
Shiki Shi. When you arrived as a freshman on the basketball team at Binghamton, what were some of the first things that you needed to adjust to?
I definitely say the strength and quickness of the game. Me coming from Marianapolis and all the other guys coming from different schools, you think you're the best player from where you're coming from, and then you go to the Division I team and you're just one in the pack. So you really have to find your role early. And the coaches did a great job of doing that. You did a good job preparing me and bringing the guys on the team. Postgraduates being able to have a learning experience from them, just being older role models for me at Marianapolis.
Yeah, that kind of rolls me into the next question. You played 4 years of basketball at Marianapolis. What aspects of the program that you haven't already mentioned prepared you most for playing at the Division I level?
I'd say Marianapolis as a whole, time management was definitely one of the biggest factors that kind of helped me throughout my college career, whether it's managing your time throughout your course week through classes to lifting sessions, film sessions, team practices, your schoolwork, tutoring sessions. Having that structure at Marianapolis, I feel like definitely helped me. I didn't realize it at the time, but after I left and realized the amount of work and scheduling I had to do during the week, that definitely translated and definitely helped me throughout my college career.
You had a lot of great memories and moments playing at Marianapolis, one of which wasn't when you threw the ball off the ceiling. But what are some of your fondest memories of being a Golden Knight basketball player?
Yeah, that wasn't one of the best moments. But I'd say just be able to put on the MPS uniform, compete, in front of like your classmates, in front of your teachers, the headmasters there. You have all the people in the community rooting you on. So being able to put on the jersey and stuff and play for that team in front of that crowd cheering you on every single game at home was a really great experience. Just having that sense of camaraderie with everyone in the community was great. I'd say just the competitiveness with the guys, everyone coming from different backgrounds. A lot of the guys in the U.S., whether they're PGs, me coming in as a freshman, junior trainers coming in, and a lot of guys coming from different countries, So Duba coming in from Russia gave a different aspect, and Sergio. So you got a lot of guys from around the world giving their perspective on basketball, which I thought was really unique. You wouldn't really find it at a lot of schools.
Absolutely. So you graduated from Binghamton and decided to go to Ireland and play professionally. When did you decide that you were interested in playing overseas, and what made you want to play in Ireland?
Kind of happened by chance. One of the Irish coaches reached out to me personally. He offered a position where I'd be able to play on the pro basketball team in Dublin, while also being able to study for my master's degree. I played for the Division 1 team in Dublin at the same time for Griffith College. So being able to pursue a professional basketball career, which was a dream of mine since I was a little kid, and being able to pursue a higher education, get a master's degree in global brand management was almost like too good to be true. So I couldn't really pass up on it. So I decided that probably 2 or 3 weeks after my season ended. So things started happening pretty quickly after in my spring semester, senior year.
And it's funny that you're talking about that as today you finished your graduate program. So congratulations on that. You you were most recently playing basketball in Malta before COVID-19 arrived. Tell us some things you loved about Malta in the short time that you were there, and how were those months of playing for you in Malta?
Yeah, definitely. So my time in Malta was definitely cut short just because of the pandemic. But overall, my experience there was amazing. You know, the people were great, welcomed me with open arms. Um, the first week there, they had us try rabbit and horse meat and some foods I wouldn't necessarily try back in the US, but they really did a good job making the place feel like home. You know, Malta's a beautiful country, but before going, I never heard of it before going there, so I Googled it and saw beaches and pictures of palm trees. So I figured, yeah, sure, I'll play. But yeah, the coaches were great. They really know what they're talking about, and they come from a really cool background where they see the game a different perspective, and they kind of give their own twist on it from European basketballs, which is really unique and something I definitely appreciated.
Give a piece of advice to a Marianapolis athlete who wants to play their sport at the collegiate level.
Yeah, so something that I would say that I didn't think a whole lot about in my time at Marianapolis is that you're competing for a scholarship or a position on a team, whether it's baseball, soccer, basketball, whatever sport you're playing. You're not just competing against people in the US, you're competing against people from around the world. And you're reminded every single day there with all the international students the school does a great job bringing in. So you're reminded that every day. And while you're sleeping, some guy in, like, say for me, for example, Montenegro is working for your position. You know, my roommate for 4 years at Marianapolis or at Binghamton, sorry, he was from Montenegro. He was a 6'9" guy from Montenegro, but at the same time, we were competing for almost the same position in high school. We didn't even know each other, so you always have to think about that and have fun while you're doing it. You know, you can't really think that practicing and perfecting your craft at whatever sport that you're playing, it's a job. It's You have to have some fun with it, because if you approach it from that, um, it kind of dulls out after a while. So stay fresh, stay competitive, always set goals for yourself, and just have some fun with it.
Lastly, you're now 6 years removed from graduating at Marianapolis, which is hard to believe. What are some of your fondest memories of your time at Marianapolis, and what are the things that you miss the most?
Yeah, so me coming to Marianapolis my freshman year, being a boarding student for 4 years, being in the dorms with all those different guys and girls from different countries all over the world. Meeting all those students coming from different backgrounds and cultures, you kind of got to want to know a little bit of their story. For the past 14 to 17 years of your life, they've been growing up on the other side of the world. You want to know what makes them tick, what's their background. So I'd say getting to know a lot of the international students was definitely a really cool experience for me personally. And then playing sports there, just being able to get to know people on the different teams, whether it's baseball, crew, golf with Father Tim. It was just an amazing experience, just being able to have all those friendships and memories and to look back on now. Even some of the class we took, like Spanish class with Mr. Perotti, him making the class actually really fun compared to some of the classes I took in college, which might have seemed dull at times. But yoga class with Miss Sumner. There's just a lot of classes and memories I look back on that you just want to relive for a moment. But it was just some great experiences I'll never forget from there.
Awesome. Well, Bobby, thank you for taking the time to do this today. We hope you and your family continue to stay safe, and we look forward to talking to you again soon.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. Good luck to everybody, especially the seniors. Take care.